All right, let's dive right in. We're about to explore one of the biggest questions there is, and it's all about the reality that's happening inside your head right now. This is a journey into the very heart of what makes you, you. So let's get into it.
So, let's just start with the biggest question of them all. What is consciousness? I mean, really, people have been wrestling with this for thousands of years. But the answer, well, it might be a lot closer and simpler than you think. It's this, right now. It's the simple fact that you're seeing these words, that you're hearing my voice, maybe feeling the warmth of your room. It's not some abstract, philosophical idea. It's the raw, unfiltered experience of being alive. Take that away, and for you, nothing else exists.
Now, here's where it gets really wild. None of us, and I mean none of us, experience the world in exactly the same way. We each live inside our own little personal reality. Think of it like a custom-built box, your own perception box.
So, this perception box, it's made out of everything that makes you unique. Your memories, your beliefs, your biology, all of it. It's the lens you can't take off, the one that colors and shapes every single thing you experience.
And this is the perfect example. You remember this, right? The dress that broke the internet? Some of us look at this and are 100% certain it's white and gold. Others are just as certain it's blue and black. We're all looking at the exact same image, but our brains are building two totally different realities from it. It's incredible. See, your brain is a guessing machine. It's constantly making these little assumptions about the world, what neuroscientists call priors. They're basically shortcuts built from your entire life's worth of experiences. And they don't just shape how you see a dress, they shape everything. What you believe, how you feel, your whole sense of who you are. Now, smack dab in the middle of that perception box, like the center of gravity for your whole universe, is your sense of self. That feeling of I or me. But what happens when that feeling just vanishes? You know this voice, right? It's that narrator that just never shuts up. The one that's constantly judging you, planning things, worrying about the future. It's always making everything about me, me, me. But what if you could experience a moment of total silence? You know, in those moments of deep focus, when you're totally in the zone, that inner voice can just disappear completely. And when it does, wow, there's this incredible feeling of peace, a kind of blessed silence where you just are, without any judgment at all. Okay, so here's the most important part of this whole thing. Your perception box, it is not a prison. It's not permanent. You can actually change it. You can expand it. You might even be able to step outside of it entirely. There are certain experiences that are so powerful, they can literally rewire your brain. They don't just give you a new idea or a different opinion. They fundamentally rebuild the walls of your perception box, giving you a brand new best guess about how the world works. Okay, check out this experiment. They had people step into a virtual reality simulation where they experienced the world as someone of a different race. And just for a few minutes, they felt it. The stares, the subtle comments. It wasn't just learning something, it was a deep emotional experience. And they came out of it with a permanently expanded view of reality. But what if you could go even further? What if there was a state you could experience where not just the self, but the entire box, the very fabric of your reality, just dissolves away? It's a pretty mind-bending question, right? But in certain states that people have talked about for centuries, the most basic categories of our experience can completely fall apart. So first, that narrator, that constant I, just goes silent. It's gone. There's only experience happening, with no one there to say, I am experiencing this. Then, the feeling of space dissolves. The idea of here versus there, of near and far, it all just becomes meaningless. Everything is one. And finally, time itself collapses. Past, present, and future all disappear. There's no before this moment or after this moment. There is only an eternal now. There simply is. For the people who've had an experience like this, the change can be profound and permanent. One person said that the gift they got from it was that they never feared death again. Not that they wanted to die, but that deep, nagging dread of not existing, it just wasn't there anymore. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds really subjective, maybe a little out there. But what if it isn't? What if science could actually find a way to measure the very presence of awareness? Could we actually put a number on consciousness? Well, it turns out we might be able to. And the number that researchers have found is this, 0.31. It doesn't look like much, but this little number could be one of the most important discoveries in all of science. So, scientists can now measure the complexity of the electrical signals in your brain, basically how rich and dynamic the chatter is between different brain areas. And they found this razor-sharp line in the sand. If your brain's complexity score is above 0.31, you are conscious. You're here. Below it, you're not. It's an incredible line between awareness and nothing. So what does all this mean for you and for me? It means that the world you're experiencing right now, the one that feels so solid and real, it's a construct. It's being built. And because it's a construct, it can be changed. You are not just a passenger along for the ride. You are the architect of your own mind. And that really leads to one final huge question. If your reality is something you have a hand in building, and if you have the tools to change the design, what kind of world are you going to build for yourself?